Good morning once again, students. So I hope this video would help you to revise the things which we did in our previous lecture. The three sectors of Indian economy: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. So students, today we will continue our next topic, and today the topics that we need to discuss are interdependence of three sectors, GDP, gross domestic product, comparing the three sectors with gross domestic product. Sorry, here it is a text mistake, typing mistake. It is with three sectors with gross domestic product. Then shares of sectors in GDP, and finally the importance of tertiary sector. Students, if you remember, in our last lecture, I gave you one task which was in your economics books, or you can say which is in your economics books on page number 21. There was a table 2.1 in which interdependence of economic sectors are shown. Hardly some students submitted, so therefore I will continue from that comparison. Students, economic activities are divided into three different categories, but all the three activities are interdependent. This can be very easily understood if you read or if you watch this activity table which is given in your book. Here you can have this slide. Students, first example that they have given is of a sugar mill. Just imagine what would happen if farmers refuse to sell sugarcane to a particular sugar mill. Now we know that sugar cane is a product of primary sector. It is produced by the exploiting of the natural resources. If sugar mill owner will not get sugar cane, or if the farmers have refused to give sugar cane to the sugar cane mill, then what will be the effect? Naturally, a mill which is made to work on sugar cane to make the products from the sugar cane, they are not getting their main product, that is raw material, or that is taken from the primary sector, sugar cane. The mill cannot work. So in short, the mill will have to shut down. Now what will be the conclusion? Conclusion shows that primary sector is so important in these three sectors that secondary sector cannot do his work without the help or support of the primary sector. So it shows dependence of secondary sector on the primary sector, as factories will need sugarcane to make sugar, but since they are not getting sugarcane from the farmers which are from the primary sector, definitely the production unit will stop. It shows how secondary sector is dependent upon primary sector. So it is showing the dependence of secondary sector over primary sector. Now second example, we know we have in raw material cotton. That is the main example that I gave you on that day also. So cotton companies no more interested in Indian material, as they want to buy material from other countries. Now all of a sudden we know that cotton is produced, and this is a product of primary sector. Now secondary sector needs this cotton to make the product for the clothes or for the other things, right? But now our companies which are the secondary sector, they don't want to take cotton from the India. They want to take this cotton from some other countries because they feel that the cotton from the other companies may be of better quality, may be of less cost. For any ABC reasons, they are not interested in buying it from India. Now what will be the effect? Naturally there will be no sale of cotton of India, and so cotton cultivation will become less profitable, and the farmers may even go bankrupt. How they will go bankrupt, that I think you all can understand. Naturally, when the product that they are producing, with which they will get the money, when that product is not purchased by the sector which is needed, for whom they have produced this product, they are not buying it. Naturally they will not earn anything. When they will not earn anything, they will not be able to pay their this loans money, so they will go bankrupt. So what will be the result? This is an example of dependence of primary sector on secondary sector. In first example, we saw how secondary sector is dependent upon primary sector. And here with this example, it is clear that not only secondary sector is dependent upon the primary sector, but equally primary sector also dependent upon secondary sector. Let us take another example. Now, products like tractors, pump sets, electricity, pesticides, and fertilizers are used by the farmers and naturally purchased by the farmers. Just imagine if suddenly the prices of these fertilizers or for pump sets go up. What will be the result? Naturally, cost of cultivation of the farmers will rise and their profit will be reduced, because earlier they were, like we know that farming is dependent upon natural element, that is rain. And in case the rain is not according to the need, then they have the artificial sources, like for example here we have mentioned pumps. So with those pump sets, they can irrigate their fields by taking water. But since even the cost of those articles is also increased so much, so it will become difficult for the farmers also to afford. So that's why, if either they will not get the good production, or they will have to spend on all these items, so ultimately what will be the effect? Cost of the cultivation of the farmers will rise and their profits will be reduced. So what is the conclusion? This is an example of dependency of first sector, that is primary sector, upon the tertiary sector. Now the last example. We know that we all need food. Definitely all the people working in industries or anywhere survey sectors need food. What would happen if there is a strike by the transporters and lorries refuse to take vegetables and milk etc from rural areas? Now one has purchased means produced the food. Farmers have already produced, and afterwards it is made also, right? But there is a transport strike, and whatever the things are ready, they are not taken for the final delivery. So what will be the result? Food will become scarce in urban areas and farmers will be unable to sell their product. In short, food will be wasted. So what does it show? It shows how both first and secondary, that is primary and secondary sector, depend upon tertiary sector. So students, it is really very important to understand how each sector is interdependent. It is not possible for any of the sectors to do their work or to grow without the help of other two sectors. None of the sector is, you can say, independent. None of the sector can do anything if they are not getting support of the other two sectors. So this is how we discovered importance of all the three sectors. Now students, we will do sorry, in my slide I have taken first GDP, but first we will do about the